is, which of the following is the sine of angle A in the right triangle below? A, B, C. So I have a useful mnemonic device for remembering sine, cosine, and tangent. I like to think so, ca, toa. And it sounds silly, but it works. So ca, toa. So sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is going to be opposite over adjacent. So we want to know the sine of angle A in the right triangle below. So sine is going to be opposite, which is going to be BC. BC is the opposite side of A over the hypotenuse of the triangle. And the hypotenuse of the triangle is going to be 13. So that means the sine of angle A is going to be 12 over 13, C. However, Sir, what is the square root of the opposite of -9 squared? And they gave us this note that I equals the square root of -1. So we have the square root of -9 squared. So the first thing that I would do is simplify what's under this square root. So -9 squared is going to be 81. And the opposite of 81 is -81. So now we have the square root of -81. How do you answer that? So we know that our answer is not going to be real. And real basically means that it's not going to have, that it exists. So we can't take the square root of a negative number. We can't multiply any two numbers by each other and get a square root and get a negative. So we know that the answer is not going to be I and it's not going to be J because those answers don't have I in them. And our answer is going to need an I because, again, our answer is not going to be real. And it's not going to be real because we can't multiply two numbers by each other, two real numbers by each other, and get a negative number. So that means we can't take the square root of a negative number because we won't get two numbers that are the same number. So we know that our answer is going to have I in it. So now we can rewrite the square root of -81 in a different way. The square root of -81 can be written as I, or the square root of -1 times the square root of 81. And we can rewrite it like this because of those root rules. And I is also the square root of -1. So now we have I times the square root of 81, and we know that the square root of 81 is 9. So that means our answer is going to be 9 times I.